Revelio.
I almost captured a grapphorn in the forest. It escaped, but still.
Following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else.
Revelio.
This won't be long now before we find another republic.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio. Revelio.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
You're here. I have good news. We do not have any of Ranrock's loyalists to contend with. Of course, the bad news is that it's likely because they no longer need to track the Keeper's position.
Revelio. Confringo.
Is that a... It is. I believe I know what must be done. Do you recognize the head sculpted there?
That's a head. I can't say that I do.
It appears to be a fearsome beast known as a graphorn. And the prints carved into the ground lead me to believe that a graphorn will somehow open the way forward.
That's what Professor Rackham meant when he spoke of my needing an ability to interact with beasts.
It would seem so. I do know that the last of a long dynasty of graphorns lives nearby. They call him the Lord of the Shore. I suspect you'll need to bring him here. What happens next, I can't say.
Have you ever subdued a graphorn, Professor?
I have, yes. Years ago, at Stonehenge, of all places. The Ministry still owes me for that favor. It can be difficult, of course. They are massive, after all, but it's not impossible. It's my experience that many of your spells will have no real effect. You'll need to wear him down.
If that's what must be done, I'll do it.
Excellent. I know this area well enough. When you see the remains of a large sea creature, you're in the right place. Now, Professor Rackham made it clear that you must engage with any beast that is part of this trial on your own. So I shall wish you good luck and wait for your return in the map chamber.
Revelio.
I'm surprised I haven't been given.
Revelio.
Ah! Oh! Oh! I won't rest until you're dead.
What have you done?
Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned.
Revelio.
This must be the place. Very well, Lord of the Shore. Show yourself. You are a fierce one.
Defender. Bombarda. Incendio. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Incendio. Bombarda. Defender. Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Arresto momentum. Incendio. Defender. Can't we talk about this? Confringo. Incendio.
Incendio! Confringo! I should think you'd be paying you by now. Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Bombarda! Incendio! I need your help, friend. Slow down now. There we go. Could it be a Merlin trial? Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me. These rocks have seen better days. Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark. The grapple is somehow the key to opening the room. Time for a jaunt, I'd say. Revelio.
Perhaps Professor Rackham was right to have had faith in you. I still have my reservations. Isadora, as you will see, was not who she seemed. I can only hope that you are. My memories should answer any questions you may have about the power you will need to protect.
Thank you, Professor Bakar. I shall see you back in the map chamber. Revelio. Accio.
Hello? Isadora? Isadora? Mr. Morganach, Mr. Morgan?
Son, I'm glad you're here.
Isadora was not at her home.
I know.
Her father... Percival.
What is it?
It is as though he was stripped not only of his pain, but of all emotion.
Everything is much worse than I feared. Neve was right. Isadora hasn't stopped. I've just learned that she has been wielding that magic on students.
We must gather the others. I need you to return to your common room, all right?
what done?
Take a breath.
Students, Isadora.
Everyone feels pain. And why? Because of your arrogance? Your obsession with secrets? He won't suffer any longer. Not my father, not my students, no one.
Isadora, set down your wand.
Professor, you taught me to hone my power, not throw it away.
I did not teach you this. Expelliarmus!
She's alive.
Revelio. Revelio. The caverns below Hogwarts, where you fought Isadora. Is that the location of the final repository?
It is. You see, we could not destroy the strands of emotion Isadora had stolen from so many. So we did all that we could to keep them safe. We also realized that until they could be destroyed, the magic used to create them was a danger to wizard kind. Hence, we became keepers. Keepers of an unfathomable secret. We knew that someday, one with the ability to see traces of ancient magic might be seduced by its power. We built the trials to lead that person to us, to allow them to prove themselves worthy of the knowledge we'd kept hidden and the responsibility that accompanies it.
Have I not proven myself, Professor? I need to get to that repository before Ranrock does.
You have, and you will. But the repository is protected by powerful ancient magic. To enter, you must craft a special wand from the 4 artifacts you found above our pensives.
So the repository is safe from Ranrock for now.
If he is, as you suspect, capable of using the power of the other repository, I fear he will be able to breach our defenses.
Then I must go now and craft this wand. Perhaps Mr. Ollivander will help me.
Another Ollivander? I'm not surprised. As I am sure he will tell you, this wand may be used for only one purpose. Return with the wand, and we will open the way forward.
I shall send an owl ahead to Ollivander. Whilst you visit him, I'll reach out to Professor Weasley.
Professor Weasley?
Yes. I may have made an error in judgment by not informing her of Ranrock's intentions earlier. I only hope it's not too late. If Ranrock really is going to try to drill below Hogwarts, we'll need all the help we can get.
All right, Professor. I'll see you soon. Revelio.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about...
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
This place has seen better days.
think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Burst the high wing! Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your...
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently...
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow.
It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends.
No.
Now to find Natty.
Tide always washes up. Just because you know.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
That rumor about the treasure in the toilet.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio! Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
No better cure
Hey!
Revelio!
Hey!
Everyone at the ministry works a day in their life.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio! Accio! A hidden door. Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio!
Extraordinary. Dark.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Always depressing.
Oh, what a night.
Defender! Reducto! Reducto!
You pay for it.
Reducto! Expulso!
Protego! Radasco! I thought you'd at least... You're no puppet master! Protego! Confringo! That's just the beginning. Death from above! Accio. Redacta! Defender! Bombarda! Die! Confringo! Quite conductive! Might want to look up! Bombarda! Defender! Confringo! Incendio!
What you got eyes from me, did ya? Expulso! Expulso!
Defender! Confringo! Incendio!
Flash!
Protego! Incendio! Revelio!
Hey!
Revelio! Bombarda! Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio.
Oi!
We should speak to her again.
Revelio.
Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives.
I'd rob my own fun.
Perhaps I will...
Don't tell us. Bombard. Arrest them.
Expulso! Ah, stupid!
Expelliarmus.
Now you've gone too far.
Stupid one.
It'll take more than that.
Bombarda. Incendio.
Death from above!
Incendio. Expelliarmus.
Pay for your deed.
Imperial. Bombarda. Confringo. Incendio.
You'll be sorry you did. Expulsion! Expulsion! You will not survive this. That all you got? Quite conductive, aren't we?
Revelio. He must be here somewhere.
You found us! I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
Over here. I need your help.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery.
Oh.
We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful.
Revelio. The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
Lumos. Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and...
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe.
Arresto momentum. Lumos.
Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Accio!
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Lumos.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. I've We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fine.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
He could have been a bit clearer, or stayed a moment and answered our questions.
Centaurs can be cryptic. Gran says no one talks more in circles than a centaur. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran?
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find. I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But troll...
Off on another adventure, are we?
There's Ollivander's. I hope he can help me craft the Keeper's wand. Hello, Mr. Ollivander. I wondered if you might be able to help me with something.
Good to see you, my young Ravenclaw friend. Allow me once again to express my family's gratitude. They were pleased to learn that the wand Richard Jackdaw disappeared with those many years ago had been located, even if it was somewhat unusable.
Glad to hear it.
Now, I received an owl from Eleazar, Professor Fig. He was a bit cryptic. Said you need to have a special wand crafted, that you'd bring me the materials.
Yes, sir. I have them here.
Oh, my. How extraordinary. Remarkable design. I will be honest, I have never crafted a wand in this fashion. Repaired broken wands, of course, but this is something else entirely. Keeping me on my toes, aren't you? I think I can work with what you've brought me. Let me see what I can do. It is done. I should warn you, I've never seen a wand like this before. My suspicion, as Professor Fig implied in his letter, is that it serves a unique purpose. I doubt you shall find much use for it otherwise.
I understand. Thank you, sir.
I'm afraid you're on your own. I've ensured that we have a moment to ourselves. Oh, come, come. No need for such theatrics. In light of what Ranrock now knows, you must agree that our interests are aligned.
Our interests will never be aligned.
You would let goblins take what is rightfully ours? The final repository belongs to wizard kind. We would be fools not to work together. What's that you've got there? Might this sudden visit to the Wand Maker have something to do with our mutual pursuit?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That repository is my birthright!
Charles Rookwood wouldn't have wanted you near it.
The arrogance. Should have known better than to try and reason with a child. I've always said, children should be seen and not heard.
No more happy days for you.
Arrest the momentum. Imperial.
You've made a great mistake.
How dare you! You cannot control me!
Confringo, Confringo.
Oh, try.
Stupid.
How delightful. Oh, try not to make this big.
Stupid.
Please stop!
Incendio!
Bombarda. Confringo. Stupid. You're weak. Incendio. Defender.
You're no match for me.
No!
Come on, you're afraid afraid to fight back?
Confringo!
Your fist.
You come to the wrong place, child.
Bombarder!
Fighting with friends, darling! Overgrown weed!
Potato!
What is it? This is not going well for you. Oh, I hate these things. Might want to look up.
I'm just warming up.
Incendio.
Flash of inspiration. Expulsor.
What have you done?
Confringo! Incendio! Defender!
Expulsor.
Potato! Stupefy, right? Confringo! Bombarder! Defender!
Not stupid. Nothing to.
Should have joined me.
No.
Well done!
For a child.
Defender!
No more happy days for you.
Confringo! Arresto Momentum Imperial!
Rookwood's done Confringo.
Expelliarmus!
Think you're funny?
Defender! Bombarder! Incendio! Confringo!
Coward.
Arresto Momentum! Lumos!
Had enough?
Defender! Bombarder! Confringo! Accio! Incendio!
That's not very nice, is it?
Confringo! Lumos! Arresto Momentum! Imperial!
You were still hanging up.
Arresto Momentum! Defender! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
No!
Arresto!
Confringo! Hadn't felt that at all.
Bombarder! Defender! Confringo!
Teaching in school these days.
Arresto Momentum! Defender! Confringo! Accio!
Stand and fight me.
Incendio! Arresto Momentum! Defender! Bombarder!
You'll come to regret that.
Confringo!
Take it!
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
Ah, nasty Flora.
Bombarder!
Stop me back! Incendio!
Arresto Momentum! Confringo! Incendio! Defender!
Another pitiful beast caught in my trap.
Bombarder! Confringo!
Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Expelliarmus!
Disarm my feel my wrath.
You manipulated me.
Defender! Bombarder! Confringo!
Confringo!
Incendio!
Potato!
Arresto momentum!
That's just
Defender! Bombarder!
Spear! What was that?
Incendio!
Perhaps you ought to give up. Incendio!
Arresto momentum! Bombarder! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Arresto momentum!
Incendio!
Defender! Bombarder! Incendio!
Let's get this over with, shall we?
Expelliarmus!
Confringo!
Try to make this
Arresto
difficult
momentum!
for me.
Defender! Bombarder! Confringo! Incendio!
Confringo!
Incendio!
Nobody will miss one.
Potato!
Arresto momentum! Defender! Bombarder! Confringo!
Rookwoods don't go down.
Incendio!
You've made a great mistake.
Oh, excellent. That's the best you can do, is it?
Defender! Bombarder! Confringo!
Potato! Now you're just getting on my nerves.
Arresto momentum! Bombarder! Defender!
Match for me.
Benito!
I'm just warming up.
Allow me to put you out of your misery.
Defender!
You'll need to be quicker than that.
Incendio! Defender! Bombarder! Confringo! Incendio!
Good job, thing, aren't you?
Confringo! Potato!
Arresto momentum!
Incendio!
Accio! Defender! Bombarder! Confringo! Incendio! Arresto momentum!
Oh, what's the love?
Defender! Confringo! Incendio!
Wait for that.
Potato! Stupefy!
Regret coming here.
Going stupefy!
Get out.
Defender! Bombarder! Confringo!
Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Defender! Confringo!
Confringo!
Incendio!
How delightful.
Stupefy! Bombarder! Incendio! Defender!
Are you even trying?
Arrest the momentum! Defender!
Tango!
Confringo!
Incendio!
Bombarder!
That's more like it.
Defender!
You're only delaying the inevitable.
Stupefy! Bombarder! Defender! Confringo! Incendio!
That's agility.
Stupefy! Protego! Defender! Confringo! Bombarder! Revelio. I can't believe it. Rookwood's reign is finally over. I'll need to send an Al to Natty right away. For now, though, I need to get back to the map chamber and tell Fig what happened. Revelio. Victor Rookwood is dead. He confronted me as I left Ollivanders with the Keeper's wand. I had to defend myself.
Godric's heart. Are you all right? I know you're well able to defend yourself. I've seen it often enough. But Rookwood himself...
He destroyed so many lives and he wouldn't have stopped. I'm glad I was able to put an end to him.
You're right. He wouldn't have stopped. You did what you had to do. The wizarding community owes you a great debt.
Thank you for saying so, Professor. I'm ready for what's next.
All right, then. The Keepers have been waiting.
You have completed all of our trials, and you have done so under circumstances even I did not foresee. You understand now why all of this was necessary. The portkey, the vault, the locket, the book, the trials. To ensure that one with the ability you and I share would make the same choice that San, Neve, Charles, and I did.
Now that you have witnessed my memory, you understand all that is at stake. Not everyone is what they seem.
As you know, light does not exist without shadow, nor shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Even the most well-meaning and competent amongst us cannot possibly know the consequences of manipulating what should be beyond our reach.
What lies in the repository must never be released. Resist the temptation to destroy or control it. The magic that you have so carefully honed must now be used only to protect the secret we keep. You have the wand. You will know when to wield it. We leave our legacy in your hands.
That must be the way to the repository.
We can only hope that we're not too late, and that we find nothing but a repository undisturbed beyond this.
I should hope that the enchantments protecting the castle would protect against an incursion from below.
I fear they may not. Although, if they don't now, I can assure you they will in the future.
Were you able to reach Professor Weasley?
I was. Hopefully she and the others will arrive soon. They know where to find the door through which we entered. Damn, the goblins.
One of the family is here.
Let's go. If his loyalists are here, he cannot be far behind.
You and I have faced worse, Professor.
We must be getting closer.
Renrock, defend us, please, with our progress.
Bombarda, Freezer. You think this is funny? No!
Easily done.
Arresto Limon. Accio.
That's not quite. Defend us, quiet.
Incendio. Incendio. Confringo.
You can't stop us.
Was that just this?
Arresto Molested.
Let's get this. Bombarda.
this on. Ranrock must be here somewhere.
This drill stands between us and him. We need to move it.
I shall handle it. One moment. Let's go.